What's up, guys? We got a great video from latest juice. Men are saying no to helping women. Women are confused.
You're struggling to get this in my car. Men are walking back and forth. No one is trying to help me.
But why should they? And why would they even want to? After all, women have been telling men over and over again to leave them alone. Women are independent. They don't need men. And now some are complaining when men are actually listening to them.
They don't make real men anymore. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not all men, because there are good men out there.
That's a very good point. There are good men out there.
As a woman, like, you don't see men holding doors anymore. They don't help anymore. They rush and sit down on trains and buses before women and pregnant women and elderly are sitting down. It's just a hot mess out here. But
This really shouldn't come as a surprise. After all, isn't this what some women wanted?
Yeah.
What modern feminism was pushing for?
Equality.
For women to be treated as equals to men, right? No special treatment needed. Don't need to hold open a door. Why help out? Women can do everything themselves just as good as men can. But now it seems some are complaining that they got exactly what they asked for.
It's a really humbling reality if you ask me. I mean, they are asked for it. Not all of them asked for it, but they are paying the price as a result of some feminist movements trying to be equal.
Over the last couple of generations, but men don't help women. They don't offer to hold doors and things of that nature. And part of that obviously is because radical feminists, have said, if you hold the door for me, you're implying that I'm weak. So it's not like it's just the fault of men.
Do you ever fear about like looking like a Karen, or do you think you ever overreact?
I literally wear a shirt that says Proud Karen to the airport.
Really?
I sell them.
Oh, so you go in there ready to
I
battle.
let people know, like, like it's not.
And think about when you go to a bar, who's supposed to buy women drinks? Men are.
Oh.
Do you see that as often as like years and years ago? All costs.
I get all that, man. I have to protect
Even
her,
when
blah, blah,
girls
blah.
are fighting with each other, like it is so ugly. It is the ugliest thing that there is men around and they're not doing anything.
But why do you think men don't do that anymore? Because they used to do that before, but why do you think they don't do that anymore? They stopped doing that.
Why do you think you're a man? You tell me.
First of all, good question. The reason I think, men, we don't do it anymore because you guys don't respect us anymore.
Okay.
Second, you guys don't need us anymore. I don't need a man. I'm a strong woman, independent. You're the independent, you're strong. What do you need me for? What do you complain to me not protecting when you already have everything that you want? I'm a boss.
Yeah.
What do you need me for?
I once read about a case at some workplace where a man got fired for trying to help a female colleague out. She said she felt insulted that the man assisted her to do the tougher parts of her work, and he was insinuating that she was weak. So she reported him to the boss, who also happened to be another female, and the boss flared up and fired this dude.
My God.
This is just one in many that I have heard of, and there are definitely so many others that I do not know about. So you see the extent these women are going to just to show us that they do not need us. They are independent, they are boss-ass babes, they are strong, they do not need a man, and many talks like that. Naturally, men are protectors, so of course, a few still try to help women in need. But when these women start to report men helping them, getting them fired or posting them online as creeps, that was the last straw that broke the camel's back. The last thing a man should dare is a modern woman looking for a victim. They know how to put these things online in such a way that there would be no point of return for you. Life is already ruined. So men realized this and took a step back. We hear you, women. You don't need us, you don't want us. Okay, we are leaving you alone now. And you see, when men dedicate themselves to something, they stick to it no matter how tough it gets, no matter how worse it gets. And yes, it did get worse, and whose fault is it? Definitely not the men. We were the ones that got chased away, weren't we?
So women would say that they don't need men and all these things that they say, they are strong and independent. And when they run into trouble or they can't get the job done, they cause a lot of chaos, because now who's going to come and finish up the job? Or who's going to come and rectify the damage that they've left because they tried to get something done and they failed? It's men. So they've been screaming on rooftops saying they are strong and independent, they don't need men. And now when hits the fan, and then they want to call upon men and or come on the internet, on TikTok or on YouTube to complain that men are no longer helping.
This is from the New York Times. This is from about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
As a woman was raped, train riders failed to intervene, police say. And this was just the first story I was able to pull up. About 5 years ago now, I think it was 5 years ago, I did a video on my main channel, Men Are Refusing to Help Women and Children. It got millions of views, and it was just like this 15-minute thing of me talking about it. There were a handful of stories. One, a woman was on a train, and some guy started getting in her face, schmoozing on her, and being really aggressive, and no man would intervene. And then she was really angry, and she was like, why wouldn't any man stand up for me? Well, there's a lot of reasons why they won't do it. Another story I read years ago, this may be like 10 years ago now at this point, a guy was in a store, and there was a journalist who was in a store, saw a child crying with no parent, seemingly lost.
Yeah.
And she said, I saw a man walk towards this kid, looking at the kid, concerned, then stopped, looked around, turned around, and walked away. They ran up to the child, like this person, and got a security guard to help the person. And then the reporter said, she then ran to the man and asked him why he turned around and didn't help the kid. And the man said, because I would be accused of having kidnapped that kid and I don't want to be involved. That is a crazy prospect. That we have this story from Philadelphia where a woman was being raped on the train in front of people. And what did they do? Most of them just said, leave me alone. Some of them started filming. No one did anything.
At least call 911 in that situation. I'm just saying here, like, are you gonna get in trouble for calling the authorities that there's some crime going on here? I mean, I'm just saying, you see that? Come on. Of course, you may not want to intervene, maybe, you know, because sometimes you find that there are people that have lost their lives, maybe out of trying to defuse the situation or out of trying to rescue somebody being attacked. But the least you can do, at least you call on the authorities to say, you know what, there's a crime going on here. Unless those people were scared that maybe if they do that, those people identify them, but I think they should have done it. Come on.
You just know things are truly fucked when men are scared for their own lives and reputation that they wouldn't touch a woman in distress. False accusations fly around faster than anything these days, and you would be a sex offender forever to almost everyone, even if you end up being vindicated. And that's just true. These women, who openly talk about how much they do not rate us, do not deserve our help. A man can go real quick from a helper to a pervert whenever the woman feels like. As a man, it's better to completely avoid these women. Save yourself before thinking of saving a modern woman. It's common sense, guys. And it's not only false accusations, by the way. A man could go through the most life-threatening situation to help a woman, and she would be ungrateful. Did I ask you to do that for me? They say. It reminds me of the dude who went into a burning building to save his girlfriend. He rescued her out of the building and made sure she was unhurt by properly covering her and taking all the heat. Parts of his body, including his face, got really burnt, and he was still at a hospital when she broke up with him and left. The peak of ungratefulness. These are the things men see and say, no, we are done helping these women.
That's a serious one. I think I gotta comment on that. Like, come on. And maybe she had to even justify that she can't date a bent man. Like, he sustained those injuries trying to save you.
It's not worth it. Now, the issue is these same women are pretending to be confused about why men are saying no to helping them. They claim men are now weak and irresponsible, unlike the men of the past. But they tend to forget that they are nothing like the women of the past. Women who are worth it get the full men's package. No man is wasting chivalry on modern women who are not worth it and don't respect them. Modern women are always screaming about gender equality and how they want to enjoy the same things men enjoy. They want to be on the same level with men. They forgot that there are challenges to being a man too. They only saw a few privileges and started crying for the same thing. Now they got it. They have seen what it is actually like to be treated like a man, ignored, alone, and left to do shit on their own. Now, they want things to go back to what it was. No, it just doesn't work like that. Things just don't change anyhow, and whenever these women want it to. They are facing the consequences of their actions now, and so will it continue till these women gradually start changing. Will that happen anytime soon?
No.
Personally, I don't think so. The society is far too fucked up for that to happen now.
Yeah.
The women will just keep fucking things up and blaming it on the men as usual.
Yeah.
Nothing destroys a man's life faster than false accusations these days. The society and media are always quick to act due to the cancel culture effect.
Yeah.
A man could lose his job, reputation, family, and freedom based on a random woman's words.
Yeah.
The internet would have spread the news with your information all over. Your neighbors, your employers, and everyone who knows you would have seen it. If a woman accuses you of sexual assault just because you grabbed her by the arm so she wouldn't fall or something, everyone would see the sexual assault online and stick to it. That's the part that will trend all over, and that's your life gone down the drain. So men, it's perfectly normal if you decide to live for yourself. You're not some Superman or Marvel hero to think it's your job to save some woman in distress. Yes, men are natural protectors, but the situation of things right now demands you protect yourself first. Think about yourself, your life, and your family first before you act on impulse to rescue anymore. You are more important than the random woman you are trying to help, I promise you. Anyway, that will be all for today on Latest Juice. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click the notification bell.
Oh man, so the same people that are saying they are strong and independent are the same people that are complaining that men are no longer helping women when they see women in difficult situations. Men are not helping women lift things. Men are not longer opening doors for women. But isn't this same women who say they don't need men? They would rather spend time with a bear or be left with a bear. Maybe they better call on the bear. I'm just saying it. They call on the bear. The bear will do a better job. They should replace the man with the bear in their lives. For those that have hit the wall already because they were saying that they don't need men, they are now cat ladies. They better add the bear to their list. I'm just saying here, thanks to the latest juice for this amazing video. I'm Benzo, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.